It's back, whitewashing obesity in the name of inclusion. The cult of thinness is making a depressing comeback, writes Vice News. For those of us who remember Slim Fast, Weight Watchers, and thigh gaps, pop culture return to aspirational skinniness is more than jarring. Evidently, Calvin Klein didn't get the message. Just look at the difference 30 years can make. On the left, 1992 Calvin Klein ad. On the right, one from this year. There it is. To be fair, perhaps there is a healthy middle ground here, but facts are facts. Obesity kills 41.9% of America is obese, and obesity kills. Diabetes will likely bankrupt Medicare and Medicaid. During COVID, those who were obese, 113% more likely to be hospitalized, 74% more likely to be admitted to an ICU, 48% more likely to die. Carrie Lupoli here, founder of Disruptive Nutrition. All right, is there a happy ground between body positivity, no matter how much you weigh and how unhealthy you are, that's great, we should embrace you, and the Calvin Klein ads of the 1990s that are, for us normal people, perhaps unreasonable?
So here's the thing, whether you are a size 2 or a size 20, we all have value in this world, right?
Fair.
And we often put our size on our value, how important we are. And that's where part of this problem comes in. But I'm right there with you in terms of health. I mean, when we're at our optimal health, we'll be at our ideal weight, at our optimal weight. And that's the piece that we really need to be focusing on is health, because to your point, people are dying, and that's the problem.
What is it now all of a sudden about sort of embracing this idea of people who are really overweight and saying to them, that's you, you do you, eat as many Twinkies as you want, and that's beautiful?
Well, I don't know if that's exactly the message, but it is about loving yourself where you are. And at the end of the day, everybody needs to make choices for themselves.
Right. And accept responsibility for them, although personal responsibility is a little hard to find these days.
I get that. And I know that when we can help people understand more about food, more about their body. See, the problem is, like, we have all these crazy cravings and we want what we want. I always talk about Amazon and we just want it now. And we don't really have that discipline of declining as much as we need to, but we haven't been taught that. We haven't been taught that food is actually fuel. We keep telling people to deprive themselves so you could be skinny. That's actually not what we need to be doing. We need to be eating. We just don't understand what we need to be doing. And if more people did understand, I think there'd be more of a middle ground there.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Obesity in the United States, 1 in 5 children, 1 in 3 adults. Look, people take from things what they want, right? Mm-hmm. And if kids who are impressionable suddenly see, hey, just as it was bad for them to see all these really skinny models in Abercrombie and Victoria's Secret in the 90s, and it led to a lot of eating disorders, is there a danger in kids seeing all of the body positivity acceptance stuff now and saying, well, I guess it doesn't matter how much weight I put on?
Listen, I'm raising 2 teenage girls. This is at the top of my heart every single day. 81% of 3rd graders are afraid of being fat. So we can't have that going on.
How does it happen, though, that 81% of 3rd graders are afraid of being fat, but 1 in 5 children end up obese?
Exactly. It's because the education that we have in this country around what we should be doing is completely off. And that's the problem. We talk about carbs being so bad. I eat carbs all day long. We need carbs. Carbs give us energy.
And I need your genes. God. Okay, so real quick here. Yeah. There is this group of people now, about 1/3 of the country now, who's overweight or obese,
yes.
Who's saying, hey, look, the rest of the country needs to modify for us. We need to change airplane seats. We need to change amusement ride seats. One of them was on earlier. Take a listen.
Having 1/3 of the community that they're serving not feel comfortable in their establishment is bad news, right? So they're highly motivated to make some changes.
I got 30 seconds.
I mean, here's the thing. We want to love people where they are and help to accommodate them and educate them so how they can get healthier. At the end of the day, 9 out of 10 deaths right now are due to a metabolic disease that has to do with obesity, diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure.
And it's impossible to be obese and healthy at the same time.
It's impossible to, when you're focused on health, not be at your optimal weight. It's going to be different for everyone.
All right. I appreciate it. Carrie, it is good to see you. Thank you. Great conversation. We'll talk soon.
Sounds good.
This problem's not going away. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.